So it would be on my husband's birthday that I am reminded. PTSD. People talk about therapy and PTSD. Does it ever go away? No. Well, not for me. And this is why. When you really love someone, and see them tragically die, there are things that you can't erase from your memory. There are things that you can't erase from your vision. There are things that you just can't erase. The feeling of everything. Like, I remember that night he was murdered. And it's ironic I'm talking about this on his birthday, but this is a bit of therapy for me, and maybe it's a bit of therapy for some of you, because you have people who erroneously think that therapy clears up everything. You need a psychiatrist, a psychologist, and they're reading you from a book, but they haven't been there. They didn't see what you see. They didn't go through what you went through. Maybe what you need to do is talk to somebody who's at least shares the same type of experience with you. And that's my problem with people on social media or stuff like that, who YouTube or whatever, the client, the political client, the preaching, the whole system has made it where it's just made a mockery of everything. But let's keep it light today, because this is about my hubby and his birthday, and I'm trying to get there we go. Can you see my face? So, but PTSD and what I'm supposed to do, because it keeps being clear to me. Because I was good. I was coming to get coffee. You know me. I know where to go to my happy place. And it was a couple of songs, and and I'm fighting it now. The need to just start crying, and I'm like, wow, girl. I mean, dang, it was 2007. Yes, it was 2007, but it's like yesterday for me. And this is like the dark season for me, where it's like all the tragedies. So when my dad died, when my mom died, when Bernie Mac died, you said, like, why Bernie Mac? Because Bernie Mac and my husband, or my husband was like, Bernie Mac #2. If you saw Bernie Mac and my husband, they looked like they could have been twins. And they both had sarcoidosis too. So I'm just saying, it is really, if you have any type of counselor or whatever, therapist or preacher, who just say it, get over it. It's the moon still in Aries. My initial response was, punch that motherfucker in the face, okay, real hard. Don't do that though. Don't do that. So I'm bringing laughter right now to my soldiers, to my crew that feels what I'm saying, because I'm coming from an integral, an integral point of view. Like, in other words, with integrity. I've actually been through the ish, okay? And I mean, no, you don't get over it. But as the birds, I see the crows, and the crows, Mother Nature co-signing me once again. You're fine. I know. And I am fine. But we put so much emphasis on death that you forget about the survivors that are left behind and what they go through. And then when you have a nation that literally tries to strip the benefits away from you, I'm just saying, among other things, we need to clear out the whole government system. But, here nor there, back to PTSD and me being aware of maybe how I can give back through just my experience. So maybe you share this with someone who has had a lost one, or who is in the military, who's lost a husband, or a wife, or a sister, or a brother, or a son, or a daughter. What's really sad is that when the disorder is on, it's within your own borders. Because my husband made it through the first Saudi war with every dumb shit that the military put. I mean, that's a whole nother story for another time. But just to be murdered here. And still no justice, no peace. So how am I supposed to just get over it? That's why whoever in their obviously erroneous mind thought that by sending people to me and gang stalking me, you thought that I would absolutely lose my mind and either kill myself or allow myself to be killed by a bitch. That's not it. My husband did not marry a bitch, although I can be bitchy. My mom and my dad did not give birth to a bitch, although I can be bitchy. But if I have to be that bitch, trust me, confirmation, I can be that bitch. So therefore, maybe you need someone like me to talk to you about real PTSD and real therapy, because I had a moment where in a couple of songs, it was another song and I thought I was over it, worked myself through, and then another song and the same thing started coming down. Well, it is the birthday, so it's the triggers for you. Find out what the triggers for you, and what do? I go to my happy food. Food is always happy for me. Food is a happy place, and coffee, with my family. So whenever you find those moments, and maybe you can't have family or don't have a tribe you can hang out with, go outside, go hug a tree, go literally. I'm just not saying that for a narrative, because trees have memory, trees have energy, they really do. Go outside and breathe some nature, get some fresh air, and just hug you, and no, don't feel guilty because you survived. In fact, applaud yourself because you're still alive. Because living with a tragedy day to day and not blowing yourself away is the sign of a real soldier. If you know, you know. You don't know what they go through. And you don't know what people who've been through horrible crimes, whether it be rape, murder, all that stuff. It never goes away. Anyone who says that or think that they can cast spells or whatever, and I can make it all, they're robbing you blind. That's a lie. But you can take that strength within you, pull up to God, and God is within you, and just get through it one moment at a time. Let that be your word for the day. One moment at a time. Just get through it, okay? Just get through it one moment at a time. Anyway, happy birthday to the best hubby in the world. And still, he's protecting this girl. Now, that's a soulmate forever. From the wife.